All right, Bulldogs, let me hear from you out there. Who is ready for a little route redistribution? Nobody? Nobody at all? Crickets chirping? Chirp, chirp, chirp. All right, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I do want you to see this because you need to see a little bit of route redistribution to see a couple of differences here. It's going to take you a little beyond the CCNA exam, but this is important stuff for you to see. We've got an adjacency between routers 2 and 3 over the Ethernet, no big deal. We've done that before. The difference here, though, is that I've got a loopback on router 2, and instead of using the network command to introduce it to OSPF, I'm going to use the redistribution command, and we'll see what the differences are because we've seen plenty of OSPF routes here by this time. So let's go on. We're already on router 2. And I'm going to show you an option that you really need to know about. Excuse me, connected. And we've got redistribute connected, and notice that this is a legal command. But I implore you, I beg you, whatever word you want to use, please use the word subnets here. I love this description. Consider subnets for redistribution into OSPF. Well, yes, we want that because without this, your subnets won't get redistributed. So you really need this particular option. So we're going to put subnets there, and that's it. So let's go down to our adjacent buddy here, router 3, and there she blows. Now notice that we've got a different code here. It says OE2, and everything else looks pretty much the same. We got the next hop IP address, there's the metric or the cost in OSPF speak. Notice the administrative distance here. With EIGRP, in case you haven't gotten to that yet, a regular EIGRP route, that is one introduced with the network command, is going to have an AD of 90. But when you perform route redistribution into EIGRP, the routes that you put into EIGRP are going to have an AD of 170. And they're also going to be marked over here with an EX. You'll see the codes D and then EX right after it. So there is a difference in administrative distance in EIGRP between your internal routes and your external routes, the external ones being the ones introduced by route redistribution. In OSPF, there is no difference. It's the AD is the AD, and that's 110. And let me run that whole entire table because this way we get our codes. And you can see here there's the OE2 route, and that just simply means OSPF external type 2. Now I got to leave a little bit of mystery here for you for your CCNP route studies about what the difference is between E1 and E2. We're going way past the NA at that point, and unfortunately I got to stop somewhere. But for a little extra credit and a little extra homework, go out there, and I know you can find it on my website or you'll find it in Google very quickly. Probably an article on my site showing you what the difference is if you have the time to put into that. And let's go over to router 2 and run show IP OSPF. And this is another thing I wanted to show you. We saw area border routers in previous videos, but we didn't see on an autonomous system boundary router, also usually called an autonomous system border router. One way or the other, it's an ASBR. And an ASBR in OSPF is a router that is performing route redistribution. So that's the deal there, you know, the area border router, we know all that stuff, we've got that down, but the autonomous system boundary router or border router, whichever one you want to call it, that is a router in OSPF that is performing route redistribution. As much as I like route redistribution, we got to stop there and save something for your NP studies and your future studies, so we will stop there, but I wanted you to see a router becoming an ASBR and not just hear about it. So we will wrap up OSPF for now, and of course we'll be revisiting it in the version 6 section, so make sure that you are super comfortable with what you've seen here. Watch the videos as many times as you need to, because that's the glory of this class. You don't just get to see it once, you get to see it as often as you like, and I will see you in the next section when you're ready.